Welcome back, team. Domain 2 CISA. What are the topics covered in this domain 2? Point number 1. Question number 2. Um, After studying this domain 2, at what level an IS auditor should be? Question number 2. What are the topics covered under domain 2 CISA? We will try to find out all these questions answered in this particular session, where we are in a position that yes, these are the certain topics and standards CISA to domain 2 covered. So guys, let's begin the session without any delay. Going to the next slide. So as we can see guys here, this is an overview slide, right, where IT governance and management of IT is an integral part of enterprise. Guys, enterprise means a well-established organization. It consists of leadership and organizational structure and process to achieve the business objectives. An ideal IS auditor should have the knowledge of IT governance because it's the foundation, right, of development of the controls, practices, and mechanism of the oversight and review. Guys, what is oversight? So oversight is, for example, unintentionally, if any loophole in an organization is called the oversight, right? So in this domain, any oversight of the business, right, in terms of the IT governance and management, it also covered the oversight. Coming to the next slide. Yes, very important. What are the topic covered in the domain 2? So actually guys, domain 2 covered in two frames. Point number 1 is IT governance part and second one is IT management part. In IT governance part, IT governance and IT strategy, IT frameworks, IT standards, policies, organization structures, enterprise structures, RM, that is risk management, right? Maturity models. What are the maturity models, right? For example, we have ISO, right? So ISO is a model, right? Every organization to adhere, and some maturity models as per the industry is specific, right? For example, HIPAA, PCI, and all. Last is the laws, regulations, industry standards, etc. So these are the certain topics covered under IT governance parts. Coming to the next slide. Next slide covers about the IT management, that what are the sub titles covered under the management part. So how to manage the resources in IT. IT service provider acquisition and management. Guys, acquisition means a kind of development and adapting purpose. Next is IT performance monitoring and reporting. And last is a quality assurance. Guys, quality assurance means a kind of audit, right? What are the compliances every organization to follow. So these are the certain tasks comes under the quality assurance part. Next is what are the objectives of domain 2. So by completing the domain 2, an ideal auditor, an ideal information security or auditor or information system auditor should be able to evaluate the IT strategy for alignment and business strategy and objectives. An IS auditor able to evaluate the effectiveness of governance structure, whether this effectiveness is compatible with the industry or not. An IS auditor can evaluate the policies and control practices. An IS auditor can evaluate the compliance with legal and regulatory requirements, right? What are the recommendations in terms of legal and regulatory requirements? An IS auditor can be able to provide such scenarios. Evaluate the IT resources and portfolio management for organization objectives. Next is evaluate the organizational risk management and monitoring of controls. Right, monitoring of controls includes the TPRM as well. That is a third-party risk management. Next is evaluate and monitoring key performance indicator. Right, guys, what is KPI? KPI is a checklist, we can say, where we have to monitor the organization assets performance along with the resources performance, right? So this is a kind of reporting every organization to follow to ensure that there should be very less less loophole in every organization. Next is evaluate whether the supplier selection and contract management process align with the business requirement. Guys, supplier selection means a kind of a third party, right? What are the processes we should have, like ideal process for supplier selection and contract management with respect to the legal and illegal. Evaluate whether the IT service management practices align with the business requirements. Okay. Conduct review of information systems, right? Review means, guys, this is a kind of audit, review and all. And enterprise architecture, evaluate all policies, practices and SOPs. Next is evaluate potential opportunity to threats and emerging technology regulations and industry practices. Guys, potential threat means it is somewhere related to the vulnerabilities and penetrating testing parts. So guys, this is all about today's session. In next slide, we will discuss more detail about all these domain. Very specifically to governance and IT management parts. Stay tuned, guys. If you feel any issues in your or you need any guidance in your interviews journey, let me know. Kindly subscribe with the bell icon and don't forget to share. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.